The highlight of the festival is on Saturday, the air show. But before that, Eyewitness News' Amanda Mueller got a bird's eye view in one of the planes you'll be able to see in that air show. Amanda's live now at Tri-State Aero with more on that high-flying experience. Amanda?
Well, Shelley and Brad, I have to tell you, I have a huge fear of flying, but once I was up in the plane that you see here behind me in such a big piece of history, I kind of forgot how nervous I was, sort of. So it's not often that you get to strap on a parachute, hop into the cockpit, and fly upside down, but that's exactly what we did. With the click of a seatbelt, tug of a parachute, and test of the engine, I was up, and away to see a view of Shriners Fest you can't get from the ground.
So the T-6 is one of the most iconic aircraft of World War II. Over 10,000 were built, but only a handful actually remain flying today.
Luke is the voice behind the 3-hour air show and has a unique history with Shriners Fest.
Well, I actually announced my first air show back when I was 14 years old, matter of fact. Some of the committee here back with the Old Freedom Festival gave me an opportunity.
And now I had the opportunity to connect with history as well.
The design is now 81 years old. This particular airplane was built in 1944.
That T-6 airplane carrying me over the Ohio in 2019 was once used by the Air Force pilots as they trained for combat in World War II.
And this was the final exam before pilots went to their combat aircraft.
Despite my nerves, JP even let me fly the plane.
We carry air sickness bags and big giant ones you can put your whole head in.
There's a good reason for that. The T-6 is also known as the pilot maker.
Combat aircraft, those are all single-engine, single-seat aircraft, and you don't get to try it out. There weren't any two-seater versions of those. So you got out of this, you got into that, and hopefully you had all the skills you needed to bring that other airplane back.
And while this flight certainly didn't make a pilot out of me, it is a flying piece of history that should make anyone at Shriners Fest keep an eye on the sky.
We think it's pretty important to share sort of the history in these airplanes and sort of what our sort of service members did.
Now, in case you're wondering, I did not have to use one of those airsick bags, but if you would like to watch this plane in the sky, that air show kicks off on Saturday at 2 p.m. Live in Evansville, Amanda Mueller, Eyewitness News.
Oh, my goodness. I have new respect for Amanda. I tell you what, I don't know that I could do that.
She was screaming her head off, but do you notice she was smiling through the whole flight?
Ear to ear, and tonight, too, so I think she enjoyed it.
I wonder if she asked the pilot, can we do it again? So it's all right.